Alex is still great. I don't care what you say. I know a lot of people don't really rate him anymore because of the new additions of commanders, but I'm still a firm believer in Alexander, and he is still unique to this very day, and he's been out for nearly 4 years now. So the main point of this video is to try to get the older players who have him expertise, which is important, expertise, to still use him on the field and to still have some use for him in places such as Canyon, for example. So the main reason why Alexander is still relevant and is still unique is because of his expertise. His expertise makes 3 targets with each skill cycle take 30% more damage for 4 seconds in the circular area. So he's done a circle area debuff before it was cool. And 3 targets may not seem like a lot, but when you have a murder ball, or when you have your own murder ball with 4, 5, 6 marches, and you target, single target, and the amount of nuke you can achieve with this skill is honestly underrated with all the new high skill damage dealers such as, Nevsky, Scipio, Boudica, Zuge, and even now the new boys in town soon, especially so someone like Huo cubing, it's gonna do massive damage to single targets. So the faster you can melt him, obviously this skill is gonna be more beneficial because you're just gonna make the target take more of that damage. And obviously that is not the whole part of Alexander, but I would say it's like the vast majority of what makes it so good. The other things are the shields. Shields aren't that great in the game, but as like a support, I think it's still better than most things in the game. And his second skill is still one of the best ones in the game, honestly. Like the sheer amount of damage and the just the sheer stats of it. Like you have a damage reduction debuff immunity, and you reduce the healing effect for your targets. Not to mention the 30% march speed, which is still not surpassed, even like years after his release. So I would say Alexander is pioneer when it comes to like infantry and all these unorthodox skills. And you can still use him if you don't use him in the lineup. You can still use his skills elsewhere, like in the Heroic Anthem KVK, where you can use him like a Bastion skill. Any of his skills are really good. Second and the fourth skill don't require you to use infantry. So there goes one more point to versatility. And even in the Orleans system, this skill is exceptional. Now, when it comes to his pairings, you could have a decent amount of pairings actually. In the early game, like the old meta was Alex YG, and that was like before the new changes. It was still the MVP. I used that March, and it was fine for me even in Season of Conquest. So it's YG in the early game, and then you can switch to Guan. And I remember Guan Alex being like the top infantry March. Good times, great times. Then you have Charles Alex, which you can use for events like Arms Master Lohar. Still a good choice, even to this day. But then I think the commander I'm using him for is Scipio. Scipio is obviously the new meta commander, and he is like a mix of Alexander and other commanders. But what I'm most interested is his talent tree. Support tree gives you more rage, therefore you fire your active skills quicker, which in turn make you get his expertise on the field quicker. So pairing Scipio with Alex is something I use and I will use in the next pass opening of my KVK, and I'm really eager to see how much it affects my lineup because I know it will be faster because I still use Molan, who does pretty much his expertise on our fourth skill. So essentially, I will have 15% increased damage to a target once I focus on it. And to me, that sounds amazing. And not so much for the for that target, but I really want to see how that works. He should be getting his museum buff, and I don't know why we didn't have him yet. I thought we were gonna have him by now, but maybe with this new update somewhere down the line, maybe we'll have. So he'll be even stronger, and anything he gets is like a bonus. Obviously, his some of his skills are not as meta as before, but I still think he is still much unique, and he has a place in the game, in the lineup. And yeah, I believe that is it. If you guys liked the video, subscribe, join our Discord, and I will see you in the next one.